Hey everybody, Adam Culbertson here. Instead of doing a promo swap this week, I wanted to say a few words and share a poem from Jeff, from those guys over there. Things are so messed up. And it's not just now. Like, it's not a recent issue. It goes back centuries. And maybe you've heard that. Maybe you already know this. But it's something that has to be repeated. It has to be said, because there's a lot of people out there that don't know that don't believe that ignore it. I know we have a few listeners that listen to this show and go back to when me and Richard were doing our other podcast, which we have taken a break from at the moment. It will be coming back, but you know that this is something that me and him are very passionate about. It's something that saddens us, angers us, and we try to keep hope. But shit is scary. I have to double take when I see the videos of the police brutality on peaceful protesters, because this, in the past year and longer, we're watching the same thing in our country that we've watched over in Hong Kong. The same military tactics used against Hong Kong civilians and other countries across the world is happening here too. This isn't just a United States issue. It's a global issue. Keep putting the word out. Keep spreading facts. Don't get suckered by misinformation. Don't let others bring you down, because we have to do our part to try and make this world a better place. Let's try to get rid of racism. Let's try to get rid of systemic racism. Beat it at its core. Everybody should be equal. I love all of you, and stay safe out there.
I am powerful, but in my presence, you are not vulnerable. Do not fear me for the color of my skin. In fact, understand that I am afraid and others fear for me, because I am powerful, and in your presence, that makes me vulnerable. Voiced and written by Jeffrey Lee for those guys over there.
Steal your mind, for eldritch horrors of the universe unknown. For what is to follow is a tale of intrigue, mystery, and madness. You're listening to Microphones and Monsters. All right, so you head up to the Rose Throne Market, or is that what I called it?
The Rose Throne Burrow. But we're going
you head up to the Rose Throne Burrow in the Rose Market, and like these shops are freaking fancy. You can smell the perfumes on the people on the streets. Like it's not like going shopping and walking the streets in the Lower Murbro. Like it's like a completely different world from what you're constantly around. You see a sign hanging out in front of one shop, and it says Gimbal and Bracket, and it's got a gnome like with his arms crossed, and he's back to back with this Warforged, like the top of a Warforged, and they're like back to back and their arms crossed, looking out like on the sign.
I guess we'll just go in. Excuse me. Hello.
Oh yes, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Welcome to Gimbal and Bracket.
Thank you.
I'm assuming you both are Gimbal and Bracket.
And you hear you hear in the back of the store, you hear a boom, and it's like, what are you doing back there? And the Warforged walks out, and he's just got like this blast like on him. He's like, I was testing out new equipment. It didn't go so well. Oh, welcome. How are you?
We're doing fine. My associate here is we're looking for some ranged weaponry. We had a referral from the sheriff to head in here and browse your wares.
Well, what are you using?
Well, right now I've got a butterfly sword. Now that I had it with me, just and I hand it to him.
The gnome grabs it, and you don't see much of these here.
No.
This is a special kind of weapon.
Oh, well, thank you. It's probably the one I'm most proficient in right now.
Well, let me see what I can find real quick.
Thank you.
He heads into the back, and you hear him just like rummaging through a lot of stuff, and he comes out with a box, and he opens it up, and there's you see these ninja stars. Well, I think these would go with your style.
No, they look really nice. How many are in here?
Let's say there's 15.
And what would you need in return for them? I'll give you half. No. Just find out Victor's like some kind of crazy bargain hunter.
Bargaining man.
I saw better ninja stars at the thrift store down the road. And get those second hand for a quarter of the price.
I guess they're shuriken?
I believe so.
Shuriken.
Yeah.
Shuriken.
Something like that.
Ninja star. Hey.
Ninja.
See,
Ninja chop.
Yeah. I Victor had you see you got your Judy chop, you got your cry chop, and you got your ninja chop.
Well, these are what you call a shuriken. Or is it shuriken? What? How do you say it?
Shuriken.
Shuriken.
He can mispronounce it however he wants.
He has to say shuriken.
Shuriken,
is what you call shuriken. You know what? I'll sell them to you for 20 silver.
I will immediately throw a gold right up on the counter and be like, "We'll take it. Keep the change."
Well, that's very generous.
We'll be back for probably some more equipment. Consider this a forward advance for future business.
Well, I need a name to keep a tab.
My name is Dr. Julian Cottage, and this is my
Victor
associate,
Stodge.
Victor Stodge.
He pops the coin over to the Warforged, and he
Eats it.
The Warforged goes over, and he pulls out some parchment and writes down on it and files it away and puts the coin in a cash register, and he's like, Ching! Well, if we do use the new card system too.
Yes, that's true. I'm terrible with walking around with money. It's just if I'm carrying coin on me, I'll just end up spending it more than I would say a card. I hear in other dimensions people have the same problem too.
He just gives you a funny look, and the Warforged, he's like, well, how the fuck did I do that voice?
You did a little nerdy.
Yeah, you did this. You put your fists on your hip like Peter Pan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So maybe that'll help jog your memory.
You're like it.
Are you sure you don't need anything else?
I don't really think I need anything at the moment. If that changes, I will.
You need any
certainly come back.
ammunition?
I have a few bolts I use for a simple crossbow. However, would you happen to have any ammunition out of the ordinary? Anything with a little more kick than your standard bolt?
Well, I've just been working on a new batch of arrows and bolts. They don't do more damage, but they do have a bang. They blind, actually.
Interesting.
It could be useful.
Very. How many do you have on stock?
Well, I got 5 right now.
Okay. How much would that run me?
It's gonna run you about 5 gold.
I could see this being useful.
They're custom made.
Yeah, no,
Here.
definitely.
By Gimbal and Brackett.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Which one of you is Gimbal and which one of you is Brackett? I'm curious.
Well, I'm Brackett, of course, and I'm Gimbal.
Okay, that's what I thought it was going to be.
I kind of wish it was the other way around.
I did too, but
I'm Gimbal.
I like the Warforged being Brackett. But
I'm not quite clear on what a Warforged is because I don't know all the
basically
races.
like a construct, like a robot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like a
Oh.
living.
a living
living-
automaton.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That makes sense that he's Brackett.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the new race came out in Eberron.
Yeah. Well, they're not new.
It's
but
the new old race that came out in Eberron.
Yeah, new old race.
Well,
Because Eberron existed before. But
fair,
yeah.
fair enough.
It was a race that's existed in Eberron, like as far as Eberron's existed, I think.
But it wasn't a playable race up until the book just got
well,
released.
for
For
5th
fifth
edition.
edition.
5th edition.
Well,
Like Eberron predates 5th edition.
And people had homebrew and all that kind of stuff, but official Eberron
Gotcha.
when it came out.
Gotcha. Officially endorsed and supported. I'll try these out, and if I like them and need any more, I'll let you know.
All right. He takes the 5 gold from you, and are you using your card or?
No, I'm using the coin I still got left on me because I just want to be done with it.
Okay, cool. And you take the coin and let us know if you need anything else.
I will, Mr. Brackett. Thank you very much.
All right, come again.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And
I don't
thank
know if
you,
I'm doing
Julian.
that voice consistently.
It sounds like it might be a little stressful on your throat. But...
It's actually not. It's actually really easy to do.
Oh, well, then shit, do it. Keep doing it.
You do you.
And thank you, Julian, for the shurikens. What did they call them?
I think it's pronounced shuriken.
Oh, well, thank you for the shurikens.
Yeah, thank you for breakfast.
You're welcome. That was some good coffee.
Thank you. It's all in the tools you use.
All right, Aleister. Were you wanting to do anything else before we end?
Like that was all I really intended to do with like spare time per se, other
Okay.
than maybe pour into books. But sooner or later, I'll probably head towards the office to see what's going on with these two.
Okay. All right.
And
So
I probably need to just buy 1 or 2 healing potions just so I have some.
all right.
Unless you think you can cover it.
Oh, I can make some.
Oh, you can make some?
Yeah,
Perfect.
But wait until the next session when I'm 5th level, and I can actually
Awesome.
apply the bonus to it.
Perfect. Okay, we'll plan on that later.
Okay.
Victor and Julian had that conversation. Just wait until I level up, and then I'm.
Yeah.
Hey, just don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, Victor mentioned that he thought he might need a healing potion because the last fight was close, and Julian responded confidently that he's got that covered.
Okay. Cool. So are y'all heading back to the office?
Yeah, if nothing else, we should probably let Fiona know what happened since we told her we would.
Okay.
Probably a little bit more happened than she would expect, but
Yeah. All right. Aleister, you arrive shortly before they do, but they come in not too long behind you
Okay.
before you get on the elevator. So you all three of you are together in the lobby of Darkwell Detective Agency now.
What time is it?
We'll say it's early afternoon.
Good afternoon, Aleister.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Aleister.
He said good afternoon.
Yes, and that is about all the progress you can expect.
No.
No.
Yes, so how are you feeling after the night's rest?
I'm all right. I'm feeling a little uneasy still, but I'm doing better. Thank you for asking. Are you doing all right? You get some good rest? I know you like sleeping.
What are you talking about? He looks a little green if you ask me. Ha ha ha! Okay, I'm done with that joke.
I am doing about as well as I am to be expected.
Well, that's good. Hey, look! I got these new shurikens. Isn't that cool?
What do they do?
You throw them and they hurt things. Julian got them for me.
He needed something at range.
I suppose you're right. I mean, I prefer to attack things at range when possible.
I think that's the only way you'd like to attack things, to be perfectly honest.
Yes.
Well, it was a little close in that last fight we had, so I wanted to be able to make sure I could help out when I'm far away. So Julian took me down and helped me out.
Yes, we got a great recommendation from Sheriff Barham. Interesting story behind his shotgun as well. They have a lot of different tools. They do require hands or claws to use most of them.
Yes, I would imagine that most tools do, but I get by in my own ways.
I've seen it. Well, we should talk to Fiona. You need to make your way to the Dreamlands. We were supposed to do something in the Dreamlands.
Yes,
Can't
we
remember.
were supposed to let Ulthar know. Yes, Ulthar. Like the cats of Ulthar. I thought we'd been over this, even after you forgot.
Yeah,
you were. You did.
Yeah, I was just kind of playing
Yeah.
dumb. Yes. Ulthar. Yeah, we need to let him know that the hound was slain.
Did he want us to go back with you?
I am certain if he wanted that, then we would probably know by now.
Okay.
After all, they did tell us, and I may have neglected to tell you this part, but they are watching us. So I'm sure they are already aware of the situation.
Okay, I guess we'll just have to take your word on that one. You know what you're talking about.
I think we should first report into the detective agency.
Yes.
Yeah, that... Man Rose, would you please take us to Fiona, if she's here?
Yeah. Did you? No, I'm doing the other voice.
Yes, Man Rose.
Yes. No problem. Do you get everything you need in town?
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Did you see these cool shurikens that I got?
Oh, those are fancy.
Oh yeah, we got them at Gimbal and Bracket.
What do you do with them?
You throw them and hurt things.
Oh, they do look sharp. Don't throw them at me.
Oh no, we wouldn't hurt you, Man Rose.
I imagine he's
I
like.
know. I'm just kidding with you.
He's got one on his finger, and he's kind of like twirling it like a fidget spinner.
Victor's just excited. He's got something to where he might not have to get hit in the face or bit or
Exploded with corrosive damage. Or
yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
I'm guessing you're wanting to see Fiona again.
Yes, we are.
Well, here you go. Door opens.
Thank you, Man Rose. It's good to see you.
Good seeing you. I'll see you on the way back up.
Is that a habit I like?
Yeah,
Unless you're going down. I don't know where you're going. It's not my job to keep up with what you do.
We'll take the stairs.
There's no stairs, just me.
Victor's just so polite he doesn't think about what he's saying. It's like when someone says, "Here, enjoy your meal," and you're like, "You too."
You too.
Victor's in that mode all the time.
I want Fiona to just be like, well, go ahead and take the elevator back up, and I'm just going to walk in and just pick up Man Rose and be like, okay, I got the elevator. What do I do now?
Just Man Rose.
Okay.
Did y'all ever find that hound?
Well, yes, and that's actually why we are coming back in now. The hound, or at least to some extent, has been dealt with.
Well, something weird happened.
Yes, I would
You
say
don't
several
say.
weird things have happened, but to what are you referring?
Well,
Hold on.
that guy Bowman that you left with me?
Hold on. Before is nothing wrong with my room, right? My room's okay, and nothing's missing from my room.
No. Not that I know of. I haven't been in your room.
Oh, okay. I'm just if you heard anything, I would want to be the first to know.
I couldn't imagine anything could get to your room. I'm sorry, but
That's even you put my mind at rest. Thank you.
all right. Well, like I was saying, Bowman, that guy y'all left.
You mean the pile of bones and clothes?
No, he's not a pile of bones and clothes anymore. He's a bugbear, and he told me his name's Bowman.
Oh.
Well, that's good.
Yes. That's good.
Well, it means he's okay. Maybe the other missing people have reappeared.
Where were the other missing people?
They were in a house in a big pile that disappeared. Hopefully they came back. Hopefully.
Yes, hopefully. I didn't think that was going to happen.
What are y'all talking about?
Nothing. It's
A house?
It's not important. Let's go speak with Fiona.
You are speaking with me.
I got distracted on what I was thinking about. I thought you were man
Are you guys okay?
We had a really bad day yesterday.
and night and morning.
No, we had a nice morning.
I mean, we had a bad early morning, and then the late morning was fine. Oh,
So what's going on? You said pile of bones, house?
So as we were leaving, we went to go with Aleister to the front door because Manrose had heard scratching. And when we went outside, Aleister was able to pick up the scent of one of those hounds. And we followed it miles outside of town to a forest. And then we found a hut in the forest. And Aleister knocked a wooden dog toy off of a table.
as cats do.
And we were transported into this strange living house.
Well, we didn't know it was living at the time. At the time, we thought it was just a regular house, and we felt like we were being watched constantly. Everyone was very at ease. What else? There was a cellar. I accidentally locked Aleister in the cellar. Then we went upstairs. Then Aleister came back.
When we went upstairs, we found a room that had a pile of clothes
And IDs. And I'll pull out the
and
IDs that I
of-
got of the
of
people.
the majority of the missing people from town. And there was also a large pile of bones. And we saw that the house was somehow made of bones.
Well, the wood. I don't know about the drywall.
There were
or the
bones
windows.
coming out of the wood, unfinished walls with dirt next to them. There were no windows. We couldn't leave. Only a few doors worked. That room existed on the other side of the house, too. And then
And the hounds came.
the hounds came.
Tiny hounds, not the big hound that we found later.
There was like over a dozen. And when we killed them, they disappeared. And then we encountered the large hound that I saw in that vision I told you about.
Aleister, did you ever say what you found in the basement? I can't seem to remember.
Well, yes, I told you there was bedding down there.
No.
You saw the bedding, yeah.
No, the
The machine?
The machine.
Oh, yes. The machine was seemingly creating these dogs that they mentioned.
The small ones.
Yeah,
The smaller ones.
I've heard of something that does that. Yeah.
What's that called?
The dog.
I don't know if it has like an official name or anything. It's like a cloning machine. Like it clones stuff and it serves a purpose. Like the clone serves a purpose and it'll disappear, reappear, or it'll disappear if it finishes its purpose, and if it can't, it'll disappear. So there's like nothing left behind to leave any clues left behind or anything.
Interesting. I remember.
Well, there was blood though.
Well, I remember when I was doing my schooling before I became a doctor. I remember there was a certain professor who was coming along with that same line of work. I think his name was Professor Meeseeks. I think it was Professor Meeseeks who was. He was really interested in this cloning experimentation. These one simple use clones, and then they would simply vanish. It was quite odd.
So you're saying that this Professor Meeseeks is the one who made that box?
The theory behind it. I don't know if he ever got the box working. I just remember reading the theory in papers.
That's interesting. I don't know. I'll keep note of that. Like you said, there was blood left behind.
When I had to kill some of those hounds because they had trapped Julian and I in a hallway. You know, there was a wall behind us made of wooden arms or something.
Whoa.
And hands.
And when I killed it, it left blood on my sword and on me. But it disappeared.
Well, I guess that might have to. Hold on. The hound disappeared, right?
Yeah, after I killed it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the blood wasn't attached to it anymore. Like it was on you and not on it or in it.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, that's just my thought on it.
You know, I have to say, I was there, and this story still doesn't make any sense.
Which part?
I mean, just in general, like, it just sounds like rambling.
Are you saying that all of those things never happened and we just went into the woods, collapsed, and then came to consciousness immediately with new devices and abilities?
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying it just sounds like a madman.
But it
I don't know. How are you following this, Fiona?
Well, I mean, we've dealt with all kinds of stuff, like unimaginable things. So it doesn't sound like it's not real. Like I totally believe you. But the hound, that you talking about the house, Aleister, did you happen to go into the Dreamlands while in the house?
Well, yes.
What was the house?
I still strongly believe that the house was tied to the larger green magma hound itself. It seemed to be musculature. Like the walls of the house were made of muscles and sinew.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. It sounds like y'all were inside the beast.
The what?
Yes,
Well,
that's what I said.
We call it the beast. It's a living thing. It's not a house. It pretends to be other things. It's more of a trap, but apparently it's doing more than just trapping, and it's actually going out. And this hound is a new development.
We appeared to defeat it in battle, but as we were leaving, like the doors at the front opened up, and we were able to get out, and we heard it say something.
Can you make out what it was or anything?
It sounded kind of like,
oh yeah. I don't know what that means.
It was speaking in a language we couldn't understand. It did say, at least I was able to make out the words puppet, and then a name I couldn't understand.
Yes, the name was Tulsha.
Yeah, that one.
Tulsha.
it said that
Oh,
before we left.
that's not good.
Believe me, I know.
Oh, Why is your fur green?
Let's just say it's related.
Well, I guess. Yeah. All right. Be careful, Aleister. Like, don't get complacent with this stuff. Just be careful. That's all I can say.
Can we speak with the bugbear? I'm very curious as to how he is.
Well, yeah, he's back in. He's
not
back
a
in the
pile
room.
of bones.
Hey, yeah, he's back.
Does he seem okay?
Yeah, he seems fine. Like he doesn't remember what happened to him. He just blacked out, and then he was in here with me, and he was kind of freaking out, but I calmed him down.
Oh, he's going to be very upset that we sent his wife to the sanitarium.
No, I mean if she was in
Well,
distress.
She was in shock. To
She
be fair.
needed it. So yeah, he's in the room back there.
Okay, let's. I think we should go speak with him.
Yeah, let's just go talk with Bowman. Half Victor voice, half my voice.
Yeah.
Oh, can I go home?
Excuse me. Yes, Mr. Bowen. First, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling fine.
Do you remember? What do you remember in the events before showing up here?
I was watching Astra Krill with my wife.
Yes. Yes.
Do you remember leaving the crowd and going into an alleyway?
No, not at all. Where's my wife at?
So, you don't remember this. You were attacked. And how do I put this in a way that'll be easy for you to digest? You're better now.
Well, yeah, I feel fine. I'd like to go home, and
yes,
I'd like to know where my wife is.
Your wife was very, very worried about you. And she was so wrought with grief and worry that we were concerned for her safety. And she was administered some assistance up at the sanatorium to deal with this. But I think she will be ecstatic to see your full recovery.
All right. Well, I hope she's all right. I gotta go see her.
Well, of course. I just we were just curious as the details of how this situation came to be.
Yeah, I told you everything I know. I just woke up here.
Yeah, you were incapacitated, and so we weren't quite sure what happened. That's why you were taken here to be safe while we made sure your wife was taken care of.
Do you remember anyone asking for your name?
No, I don't. What do you mean? People
Yes,
ask for my name all the time, like greeting me or anything. Like, what's your name?
Julian Cottage. I already said that.
Okay.
I
didn't remember that.
That's fine. Do you remember anyone asking your name during the rally with Astra Creel?
No, I was just listening to Astra Krill with my wife.
Okay.
Are you voting for Astra Creel?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
We know her. She's very polite.
Yeah, fuck that yellow man.
Yeah. Universal health care,
In the yellow suit. He's not a yellow man. He's an elf.
Yeah.
But
he seemed kind of yellow to me.
I don't trust him.
No.
Yeah, I don't trust him. Yeah.
No, but we should be able to, let you out, and you can make your way over to the sanatorium and have them update you on the condition of your wife.
All right, thank you.
Do me a favor, if you don't mind. Please stop by the clinic and have my assistant Gerbo just do a once-over to make sure there's any other lasting physical changes that you may have undergone in this period of time.
All right, yeah. Oh, yeah, no problem. No
Okay.
problem.
Thank you.
All right. So he heads out.
If he's fine, what about the other bones?
Well, if I could, it seems that what was happening here is that the beast, as she called it, was absorbing them in order to build its body. And so it seems that when we defeated it, it released that flesh back out to where it came from.
Are we sure it wasn't the hound that did this and it was the beast?
Well, the beast is the hound, and the house, and the beast.
We prevented Bowman's bones from being taken back to the house. The house was being built with the bones as well.
Yes, but what about the pile of bones we found inside that was not fused into the house?
I think those might have been some of the other victims.
Yes, but I'm saying if Bowman is fine, what about them?
There is a chance that the flesh was returned to them.
Inside of the beast.
Well, we were ejected, as you said.
Yes, but we physically left the house. I think.
We ran out.
You were unconscious. We carried you out.
I carried you out.
No, yes,
Well,
Victor carried you out.
Did you see anything else when the house disappeared?
As soon as we crossed the threshold, the house was no longer there.
And there was nothing in its place?
Nothing. Except forest.
Just the forest. The hut wasn't even there.
Well, then I would say they are probably lost.
We can probably go check and follow up on some of the names that we have just to make sure, see if any of those people have reappeared. I feel like the bones being here might have been Bowman's salvation.
And when I say they are lost, do not mistake me. I believe that it is possible they may be alive somewhere, but that place may not be accessible.
Agree with this. What should we do with the IDs of the missing people? Should we give these over to the sheriff, or should we give them over to the agency?
I don't see how the sheriff could do anything at this point.
He has a missing persons case. And these are identified people that are on this list.
I feel like our superiors at the agency might have some sort of standard protocol they want to follow.
The difficulty is he's going to want an explanation.
Fiona seemed to believe us just fine. I couldn't see why the sheriff wouldn't be able to
It's
believe
less
it.
about whether or not he believes and more about not spreading that information.
Well, I do want to point out that these missing people that you have IDs for are still missing.
Yes.
They are not found,
Yes.
so you don't have anything other than their IDs.
And
Fiona was looking at
And a
them.
story.
Yeah, Fiona was looking at them whenever y'all were talking, and you had shown her the IDs. You pulled them out and showed them to
Yeah.
her. So it's up to y'all to.
And I believe that we
Figure
went back
this
and
out.
got the rest of the IDs that were in that pile.
Yeah,
We
well,
sorted through that pile.
You recognized 15 names. Just call back there. You recognized 15 names, but you found more IDs than what were just on the list
So
that you have.
So maybe we should go upstairs and compare the IDs to the list and see who wasn't on there.
Yeah. That'd be a good idea.
If nothing else, just to have that information ready.
All right. So y'all go up. I'm guessing y'all go up and do that. Yeah,
Yep.
and you file away like every person that's on the missing persons report, and you label them under the beast.
Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Yeah, exactly. Those 15 plus I forgot how many total IDs y'all had, but the total amount of IDs, they're all filed under the beast. You got marks for everything that you do have an address for. I don't know if y'all want to put a different pin color for
Green.
the beast. Okay, so green green for the beast. So the map is getting more colorful, but you really don't have a lot more pins in the board, and you do have these missing people that were not reported by anybody in town that the sheriff didn't have any knowledge of these people missing. So you don't know if these people were from this town or from somewhere else. Yeah, we'll have to figure that out. You still have about, 39 more people on the missing persons list that you have. So there's still a lot of people that you don't know what happened to. But at least you do have a little bit more knowledge of where some of the missing people have gone, and you have counted them as dead at this point and not missing in your reports.
Hey guys, it's Victor. I had a pretty good day today. Me and Julian spent a lot of time together. He bought me ninja stars, and he wasn't mean to me. It was a really nice change. And then when we got back to the agency, Bowman was alive. It was super exciting. Things seem like they're really getting better. All that stuff Fiona was saying about a beast monster thing wasn't very comforting, but everything else was pretty good. All music was written and produced by Marco Mazzei at Fallen Highway Studios. And if you want to know more about us, you can go to microphonesandmonsters.com, where there's all the links to where you can get the podcast and our social media accounts. You can reach out and talk to us and let us know what you want to let us know. Anyway, just thank you so much for listening. Really glad you could spend your time with us today. And keep looking out for the next episode of Microphones and Monsters. Bye-bye.